Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor, and I miss the days of the internet where you could have actual viral videos, where talented people could just load a video up on the internet without a brand associated or a big YouTuber or a big channel. You could just make a video, and the funniest videos would get shared, and they'd get discovered. That's how Matt Stone and Trey Parker actually got discovered, through a real viral video called The Spirit of Christmas, which was a basically pilot for South Park. It was a short they made with real paper mache, stop motion animation, and it got spread around Hollywood through VHS tapes. Spielberg, Clooney, so many people found it. And I remember seeing that for the first time and thinking, my goodness, this is amazing. And that's what got them noted. People found them from that video. And so it was just fun today to see them, those two people who are now billionaires who could do anything they want, to see Matt and Trey working with actor Peter Sarafinowicz, who made this short that no one's really even seen yet. They just put it out there without any fanfare, clearly put some time and money to it, and just put it out there as a joke to see if it got any traction. And today's world, it's harder to get traction, so I wanted to give it some love. I wanted to point it out because I do think more people are going to discover this and have some fun with it. I want to thank Snookmaster20 for being the person to forward it my way. So Peter Serafinowicz, if you guys don't know who that is, he's an actor. Now you may remember, oh, that's who that is. He was Pete in Shaun the Dead. He was in Guardians of the Galaxy. He calls them the a-holes. He was also the voice of Darth Maul in episode 1, and he was in the Amazon series The Tick. He was the Tick. But he also had a viral series that happened in 2014, 2015, he did a thing called Sassy Trump. And it was a meme sort of bit that went around where he would do a bunch of characters, do a bunch of clips of Trump, but do them in a different voice. What's her name? There's a comedian right now who's getting all this attention for lip-syncing Trump. But back then, Peter did this bit where he ADR'd himself over Trump doing various accents. And it was his Sassy character that debuted in 2016 that really got some traction. Here's just an example.
They knew I was being sarcastic.
But now they're analyzing. Did I really mean that? How could I say that?
These people are the lowest form of life.
Until...
It's just funny. It's just weird. But so he would just take the actual lines and added sort of that sassy voice. And so that's where this came from. People are like, what is this? What did I see? What are you talking about? So now you get the sort of the guides of what's happening. How do we... So... For those that don't know, it's because it's going to come up in a second, but Matt Stone did the voice of Al Gore way back in the day, if you know classic South Park, as Man Bear Pig. Man Bear Pig was a sort of a version of climate change that they kept saying wasn't real. And then later in South Park's reign, they eventually did even give Al Gore an apology, Time to Get Cereal, where they acknowledged, maybe we were right, maybe Man Bear Pig should be real, They didn't see the inconvenient truth. They realized later that while they were trying to bust the fact that climate change couldn't be real, they discovered Gore was right all along, and the characters apologize. They seek Gore's help, which he provides, but not before they apologize for not taking him seriously years ago. So Al Gore is one of their impressions that I thought was very funny. And so all that's going to come to play here in this video that we're now going to check out. Sassy Trump. Here it is. Sassy Justice, sorry, using parts of the Sassy Trump, and then you're going to notice the theme song when it starts, a theme song that can only be made by the South Park guys.
All this and more, right now, on an all-new Sassy Justice.
Cheating all over the place, coconut cream pie in your face, call it justice.
Sassy Justice.
Absolutely don't grab
Friend Sassy, Sassy Justice. Why is this door closed?
Call it justice.
Sassy Justice.
Coming for you.
Sassy Justice.
Call it justice.
I love anytime they do a theme song. Montage. I mean, there's so many good South Park theme songs that they've done, but I love when you hear Matt just don't know it in the force, and it's just a total South Park song. But yeah, so I don't want to say the word too often, but yes, it's a deep. I got to say a couple of the words before I get to the next word, so YouTube doesn't put those two words together and go, oh yeah, fake videos. It's one of those. I'm going to call it artificial intelligence, where you can't tell if the celebrity is really the person or not. It's getting crazy, as you can just tell from that video. Looks like Trump, and it's wild think about how it looks today and think about how it's going to look in 10 years. Like, it's genuinely going to be crazy. So this video is sort of a commentary on that, some other things. I'm not going to play the whole thing here, but I wanted to share part of it where he interviews Al Gore, because you can tell he's clearly interviewing Matt Stone.
About DeepFakes.
Well, what has people in the government really scared is that deepfakes can put words in people's mouths. You know, make people say things like vagina and poop. And then you've got senators going around saying vagina poop. But they didn't say vagina poop.
But you're saying deepfakes are already out there.
Yes, deepfakes
Look at that,
are everywhere.
they look
I'm
so real.
serial.
I'm serial.
I've brought along a video. I want you to watch this video. What you're about to see is not really Tom Cruise. Someone took the computer and they made him say and do things he wouldn't say. Now watch, and remember, this is not Tom Cruise.
Hi, I'm Tom Cruise. It's me, Tom Cruise. Vagina poo.
This is such a South Park
Vagina
gag.
poo.
But this is Tom Cruise that I'm watching.
This is what I'm talking about. It fooled you, and I'm being serial, but you don't even know what's real and what isn't. That's the problem with deepfakes. That's why we all have to take it serial.
Take it serial. It's very well done. The deepfake, they do a lot of other stuff in here. I'm not gonna spoil it, but I'll put the link in there. They hit everybody, and then they do this really weird bit with Mark Zuckerberg.
$199,999.
Dialysis center.
At these prices, you can't afford not to get dialysis. No insurance, no problem. We'll
It's
work with you.
so
Using a
freaky.
mortgage,
Look at it.
Will or other assets. Stop being a burden on your family and come get dialysis today. And don't get it from anyone but the Dialysis King.
On the corner of Laramie and Fairfax, right next to Applebee's in downtown Cheyenne.
You could tell Mark was definitely, that sounded like Trey, and then the don't up. I love you can South Park voices are so obvious to tell, but my goodness, it looks crazy. The technology that they can get, and clearly the South Park guys have the computers and the wherewithal to get it. Here, so Peter Sarafinowicz also does a really good Michael Caine.
I listen, and you know what? There's little differences in the deepfake Tom's voice.
For several days.
Anyway,
All you got to do is watch with your ears.
I mean, that's insane how good they've gotten at turning these impressionists. So people who can do the voice are going to now be able to do it with the celebrity skin to a degree that's just like going to be mind-blowing. So look, I wanted to tease this up. It's worth interesting to hear their commentary on how they do this. I'm trying to find out who actually wrote what. They're not really saying much, but if you go to the channel itself, here I'll show you. As we go to the channel, you can find out here. It's South Park Studios and Peter are both connected there. And this channel that's now he has overtaken has privatized all the old Sassy Trump videos and now started to put up Sassy Justice. Will there be more? I think sure it depends how this is done, but as of time of taping 16 hours ago, it only had 15,000 views. For this type of talent, that's low. But I can only imagine through reports like this and other ones out there that you guys shared out there, more people will discover this video. So I wanted to put it out there because it's always fun when you see people like South Park creators out there trying to just do something for fun, for giggles, right? For poop and giggles. I love stumble upon stuff like that. Want you to check it out. Tell me what you think and how real does that look? What do you think it's going to look like in 20 years? I want to hear your thoughts there. Is there anything else out there you've watched recently? What's the last viral video you watched? You're like, oh man, that was really funny. Some new thing that you discovered. Share all your thoughts down below. You can always hit me up at Andy Signor on social media if you got a story out there you want me to cover here in the channel. And meanwhile, stay tuned. Thanks so much for watching here. You can hit that subscribe button on the bottom. Here it comes. Actually, it's on the top. Hit it up top or watch these videos. Thanks, everybody.